the hollow bodies. This is the second part of structural chromosomes for class 1st. Okay, 12ers. We go to the centromere again. This is the centromere, which attaches the two chromatids together. So this whole structure is called one chromosome, consisting of two chromatids. Okay, this centromere has a little intricate design, and this portion is called the kinetochore, comprising of three parts: inner plate, outer plate, and the fibrous corona. So I'm going to draw these three. The innermost part is this one, known as the inner plate. It organizes the kinetochore. The kinetochore actually helps the spindle fibers to attach to it, and then the kinetochore actually, the inner plate actually readies the kinetochore to grab hold of the spindle fibers that approach. Okay? So, and there comes a time in the cell division where it needs to detach. So all of that controlling is done by the inner plate. And the second one, the outer plate, is here. This outer plate binds to the microtubules. In this case, the microtubules is the spindle fiber. So the spindle fibers are coming in this way, okay, from both ends. So this outer plate actually binds to the spindle fibers. You know, the spindle fibers comes from the centrioles, the asters. Okay? And the third part of it is called the fibrous corona, which has a finger-like projection like these, in order to grab hold of this end of these microtubules. So this is your fibrous corona. And spindle fibers, and this part of the spindle fibers, the tips of the spindle fibers is dynamic, meaning they're constantly changing. So if they break up, the fibrous corona has to go forward and grab hold of it. So they constantly break up, and they need to constantly grab hold of it. So their job, the job of fibrous corona, is to catch the dynamic ends of the spindle fiber or the microtubule. So that is the centromere. We move on to histones. We already know that the complex called the nucleosome, where 8 histone molecules are wrapped up by the DNA strand, it's called the nucleosome. Okay? But there are several types of histones. There are actually 5 types, called H1, H2A, H2B, H3, and H4. These are the different types of histones, and they are special proteins. Now, each of these histone molecules, there are 2 copies of it, which makes up the 8, and there are 4 here. Just below it, imagine there's another 4 more. So this makes up 8 histone particles called your octamer, histone octamer. Okay? So here is the DNA strand that comes and wraps up and goes away. So this is called a nucleosome. Now, only H2A, H2B, H3, and H4, these are the ones that actually makes the histone octamer. Okay? Whereas the work of H1 is this one. This is H1. It has a different work to do.